Now the main source of my problem, this one, I'm not going to touch this one. I'm going to let the experts have a look before I do anything. I don't want to do half a job and the body shop laugh at my poor attempt at plastic weld. So I'm going to leave this one until we take it to Hilltop.
So if we get this green paint off, because obviously you're trying to melt paint, what you've done on the inside is perfect. It's had some paint before, we knew that anyway, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely it's had.
That's true. Yeah, to get the paint off, it doesn't, because what happens is the paint tends to bubble up. You know, like you've heated it so much, it's turned back to fluid, and then it just goes in the crack as opposed to the plastic attacking, blending back in on each other. Yeah, see, I mean, that was rubbing quite hard on that, and that hasn't gone, so... I used to use a soldering iron, but this got a bit really hot. This is instant in here, so you have to keep doing it. Melting the yeah. So basically, you push pull, just like you would if you were believe it or not, just like you would if you were gas welding a. So you're pushing in and you're pulling out, pushing in and pulling out. You see that?
Yeah.
So you're getting a little bit of a rhythm going. So you're melting the plastic in, and as you draw this back, it's pulling it back over itself as well and sealing that back completely. And so you're lucky really that it does weld, because some of them don't want to weld. Obviously you want to be careful, you don't want to go all the way through, because otherwise you're going to end up with a bloody hole in the thing. And what we'll do, we'll lay this, oh, bloody lights in the way. Right, we'll lay this over, and then we'll, this is the bit, obviously it gets a bit thin on the edges. This is the bit I'm going to struggle with, Andy, is the... That's got a good old weld on there. I mean, what I have got is I've got a bit of an old bumper under the bench, and if I can't, if it's thin or whatever, I can melt that. I cut a piece off, and I can melt it into the plastic. Are you with me? So it fills the hole or whatever. Right, and then what we'll try and do, we'll just see in here, look Andy, if you look in there, there's that little split right the way through.
Yeah. Yeah, see that? It starts at
the... Yeah, you can see that inside
there.
there. So if I can, obviously I've got to struggle to get in there and rub it down, but the thing is you ain't going to see it anyway. I've got a customer with a Jag, an XK8 thing, and he's split his rear bumper, and we're looking for a bumper now.
XK8.
Yeah.
Like the Jaguar Owners Club.
It's like a yellow plastic. Obviously blown molded, you know. See, that's just pulled it across there. Obviously, it's taken some material out, you know.
Yeah, we can fill that in, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That is pretty good. I'll flick that. Hold that up in the air and we'll flick that. You're lucky that the wings are quite thick, actually.
Yeah.
So
I think they are.
I wouldn't know what
5 different layers.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried fiberglass, and a guy came in with a motorbike, and it was that carbon fibre, and the fiberglass just would not stick to it, Andy. So basically, now this will just be flopped back through, nice and flat. You don't want to take too much material away.
Yeah.
And you can see the crack is back together, you know. So then you clean up this edge. And then what we'll do, obviously I've got to get my jobbing primer on the ramp, so. I've had bumpers that they're so thin that you do this and then literally, as you go to clip them back on, they split again.
Yeah.
Andy, that's pretty good, mate. I mean, I'm giving that a good push with my fingers, you know. Obviously, I don't want to get involved in that.
Yeah.
Will there be a washer cover that with a bolt?
There is a recess rubber.
Yeah, that will cover that.
And then a torque.
Yeah.
Torque strip.
You said this is a common problem on them, isn't it?
Yeah. Everyone's having this issue.
Well, at least you know they weld. So if you're on your forum, you can tell guys, look, they can be plastic welded. You know, I've seen videos where people use a cable tie to fill that back up, but that we don't need to fill
melting it.
Yeah, just melt a cable tie in there, but it ain't going to add any more strength. It's just going to add material, and the fibre, you know, and the hairy filler or the filler will sort that out. Right. So we're getting a bit blunt on the old.
I guess on the rear, when you say you've got to do the.
So what I do on the back, if what we'll do is I can get in here with a DA. I'll clean it back, and then what we'll do is we'll just grab a small piece of this, and what we'll do is we'll lay that in there, but we'll do it smaller, like we'll do it from there to there,
right.
And then hopefully the resin will bite into this if we key it up with 40 grit, and then we'll put another patch over the top. So you put a small patch on, so I'm going to cut this with scissors, obviously. So you'll put a thin patch like that on, this, you know, and then we'll go across with a wider patch, so it's doubled up, and then that can just be stone chip black, aerosol satin black. Jobs are good, and you know, yeah, I think at least it's successful, mate. Honestly, I'm bending that quite hard, look, and it's not. I reckon if you really tweaked it, you could crack it back there. But the main bit, which is the thing there, is done. Yeah. And as you say, it's had some action before. Somebody's put. This is fiberglass resin. I can tell that by looking at this. That is fiberglass resin. That is.
Right.
I can tell that just by the way you can tell it. That's how it goes off.
Looks like there's a bit of metal in there as well.
Yeah, well maybe they put a bit of valley or something under there. You put this on, haven't you? You put this on.
Oh yeah, no, I did that yesterday.
So you're going to drill a hole here, aren't you?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously we don't want to make this too thick, otherwise the wing's going to stand up. Likewise here, we can't really put anything across here, Andy, because then the wing's going to sit up higher than the bonnet. So, you know, but I think we DA that back and we'll clean that up. And when I get onto it tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll get your BMW and primer. They will come out. They will polish out. So I gave it an extra coat of lacquer this morning. So I put the light. It's not too bad now. You can see that you got the odd little nib in it.
Oh yeah.
You can't help it. I put a new spray suit on, a clean spray suit.
Yeah.
But it will flap. This had a bit in it, and
Beautiful.
woo! I had the boss come and hold this.
Hey, beautiful.
Let's have a look at it in the sun. You see that pearl pop look.
Oh. You know, consider what it was looking like.
Yeah, you'll have to just touch these in, Andy, where the
Nah, that's
where the
all right. I
cable
can take
ties
care of
were
that.
holding it on the
Yeah.
stand.
Nah, I can take
All
care of
right.
that. That's the easy part.
Yeah. Oh, buddy. So, I mean, she's come out all right. I've been over a couple of
One
times.
point I didn't mention to you, and I thought it wasn't worth it, is there's actually a bracket that came off at the sharp end,
Right.
and it's still on the car. And what I do is I use a
Use that painting, Andy.
it's a 90-degree angle. No, it doesn't need painting, as you don't see it.